great to start the weekend with Detroit. Wait.
That was me, sorry. I was making an echo for you, I apologize. I had the Twitch on in here. Why can't I hear you? Give me a second. Why can't I hear you? Oh, it's because you're muted in Discord. I cannot hear you if you're talking to me. Maybe it's for the best that you can... All right, great, thanks. Yes. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. Calling up. Oh wait, we should pull this up so people can fully see it. I've never heard of Spore. I'm really excited that you're playing Spore. Calling up. Yeah. Maya Mama, I have a question. Right now I have all the... Well, yeah. Well, I was going to ask you. It's so awkward being in two spaces at the same time. 3 spaces. I'm in the Twitch. I'm in the Twitch. I'm in the TikTok, and I'm here in the Discord with you. And I was trying to figure out what I should do with sound. I was gonna ask, does Spore as a game have a lot of sounds? Are people gonna want to hear all the sounds in the game? Okay, great. Then I'm just gonna put this on theater mode so people can see the game. There we go. Yes. Yes. Oh, wait, it's backwards. Anyway, please go right ahead. All right, cool. Then. Awesome. Well, then I'm ready. Let's do it. Cool. You can see me. You can see me on the TikTok where I'm so excited about you playing this game Spore. I can't wait to watch you play Spore. I can lift this up though. Oh, sure, yes. Hey, hello, Twitch audience. I'm Claudia Alec, producer of Calling Up Justice and a happy guest on this awesome project, Gaming4Justice. Gender pronouns say theirs. Okay. Looks good. That's an exciting look. It looks like you're getting sucked into a vortex. I'm glad that we're going to be talking about the people who got away with it. There's way too many people who have done bad things in the world and have had no accountability. Looks good to me. I've never played this game before, so gonna play that. Oh, no, cool. We're literally awesome. Hey, audience, you tell me, do you want to be an herbivore or a carnivore? Put it in the chat. Herbivore or carnivore? Herbivore or carnivore? Let us know in the chat. What? Wait, no. How can Satterfield only hear me? Satterfield is only hearing me? Satterfield is very cool. He's one of our cool audience members who's in the Twitch. I'm gonna go look at the Twitch right now to be like, hello. Yeah, the Discord folks can hear you through my Discord, but apparently your Twitch audience cannot hear you. But I can repeat anything important that you. It's our entire project is that we're having a conversation, though. It's hard to have a conversation when you can only hear one voice.
Echo. Yes.
Yeah. Here, what I'll do is. Yeah. Well, here, what I'll do is. I'm gonna test it. You wait. Give me a second. Go ahead and talk.
Okay. I have isn't. Now I can't hear Claudia at all. I
So you choose to be an omnivore in the game.
hear you now. I can.
Maya Mama, I have been muting the Twitch so I don't create one of those horrifying echoes that goes on forever where it's like echo. Voice is picking up from Discord and now it's in Twitch, but now it's back at the Discord, but now it's back at the Twitch and just tosses back and forth forever and ever. I wanted to avoid that for all of us. I'm excited to play this video game Spore. The audience wanted to know if they could play via omnivore. Turns out you can only be a herbivore or a carnivore, which I think is wrong. You should be able to choose the middle path. The middle path is the best path. Anyway, my mama, have you resolved your sound issues? Because I heard your voice for a hot second.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, like you were like, I like the second you started to be like, I can't hear you, Claudia. You had said something that said something. So I, as much as I hate this, I think we should just take the moment to resolve the sound issue, so that your Twitch audience can hear you. Whoa! All right, that was awesome. That was so cool. Thank you, Spaded Puppy. That was really neat. All right, so I'm muting my Discord, Maya, so you won't be able to hear me. Okay? All right, but keep talking, and I will chat in the Twitch if we can. I'll put a note in the chat in the Twitch the second your voice is. Oh, we're all listening. We are all listening in the TikTok for you. Okay? Good luck. Good luck with your OBS.
So let me see. That. Okay. How is this? Is this okay? Well, I can't hear what you're saying to me. Oh, you can hear me, okay. Am I loud enough? Let's see. Let's try. Is this better? Is this a little bit better? Okay. I think also. Hey. Whoa. Is that it? Okay. Alright. Everything seems to be working here. I can see that my mic is picking up voice. So, ish. It says ish. Let's try turning up this volume. How does this? Is this good? Hello. Okay, that's not good. You seem to be shaking your head.
Unmute. And turn the sound back on. Hey, Discord. Maya, this is Claudia speaking. I've just muted myself in the Twitch, and I am still having an awesome audience. Just thank you for all of the love. I really appreciate you here on the TikTok. Maya Mama, I could hear you, and there was like a weird, like a shh kind of a background noise. It was less of like a background buzz. It felt like it might be capturing room tone in a weird way, which makes me think maybe it's a thing with the gain. All that said, I feel like you've solved your main problems. We just need to be able to hear your voice. I don't mind a little background noise. It's all good.
Okay, cool. So then let's create life. Now here's the thing.
Let's create life.
You can now, do we want to start out? When you start out as a creature that primarily eats plants, you have different parts than one that primarily eats meat. And you eat different things as a cell, as a single cell. And so that's really all we're asking here. Do we want to start out as an herbivore or start out as a carnivore as we evolve into whatever kind of creature that we are going to be?
I feel like an herbivore has a longer chance of life because there's always plants and stuff. Like, you never know if other people are going to be around, but you always got the plants.
Well, I mean, we don't have to worry about survival. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay that out there. We do not have to worry about survival.
I always worry about survival.
We only have to worry about evolution.
All right, so yeah, evolution. Got it.
Woo.
So I voted herbivore, and my audience voted omnivore. So I feel like the choice is yours. Wait, what did Satterfield say? Did Satterfield say carnivore? Satterfield voted first, and Satterfield said carnivore. You should go with Satterfield's choice.
Okay. Carnivore.
Excellent. We're a carnivore.
And I'm going to go easy because I want to.
I agree. I agree
And
that fine.
let's name
Fun.
our planet.
Yeah.
Planet.
Yes, we're playing Spore. Yeah, we're totally playing Spore. I've never played Maya Mama's League.
Oopsie. My finger slipped. Planet Justice.
Planet Justice! I like that. I like that. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, that's what carnival meant. He meant carnivore. Gotcha.
Yes, I understood it. Did you not understand that carnival was actually carnivore?
I should have known. I should have known.
Computers like to take our words and make them different words. Well, do you know what Evo? Have you played Evo on the Super Nintendo?
No, but I played Black and White.
Black and White?
It's just a god builder game.
There's this Waking Mars game that I really like. Waking Mars, where you're like finding all the animals and helping them. You help the entire planet to evolve.
Welcome to the
Wow!
table. Throughout Spore, the choices you make impact your future. As a cell, your mission is to eat, grow, and evolve. Growth is measured in your progress bar below.
Cool.
So that's down here. So that tells us how we are growing as a species, like, to get legs and leave this area.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna say, speaking of evolution.
This didn't work.
A lot of people seem to think that it is an evolution, I think, and I'm generalizing when I say a lot of people. I mean, this is just like maybe some loud people on the internet. But people who think that this delayed justice, they eventually got caught, is still justice. And I believe many times, Claudia, you and I have had discussions about like what justice is, and one thing about justice is that it's about making us whole. And
making us whole?
Or it's about an attempt to fix a wrong, to not make us whole, but like.
But yeah, if somebody steals from you, you get your money returned, or you get your thing returned to you. That's justice.
Yeah, and if you wait a long
restorative
time,
justice. Restorative justice.
Yes, if you wait a long time, I believe it just. I mean, isn't it just like it's meh consequences? I think of people like Carolyn Bryant. Do you know who Carolyn Bryant is?
Carolyn Bryant?
Carolyn Bryant Donham.
You know who Carolyn Bryant
Donham is her full name.
I'm going to need you to tell me Carolyn Bryant Dunham's story. I don't know who that is.
Okay, so she's a really bad person. So
okay,
I'm just going to preface that. Many years ago, but actually really not that long ago, she told her husband and brother-in-law that a young boy said some inappropriate things to her and tried to grab her. And so those two men murdered that boy. And that was
oh my God, I know who you're talking about now.
And she lied. And in
is this the horrible, horrible woman who lied about Emmett Till? Is that who you're telling me about?
Yes. She was 14 years old, and she said that he had grabbed her, put his hands on her, and that he had said some inappropriate things to her. Which doesn't make any sense anyway, but because during that time, I'm just going to say during that time, Um, no black boy would
Would
yell.
behave like that.
He would
Well,
never yell, and it doesn't
yeah.
matter if he came from Chicago, because even in Chicago, you wouldn't yell at a strange white woman. That's something bad is going to happen to you if you do that. So that doesn't make sense. But regardless, we already know it's a lie. We know it's a lie.
So she did a criminalizing performance of Emmett Till that facilitated his murder.
Yes,
Carolyn Bryant.
Carolyn Bryant Donham. Uh, and so she admitted, um,
About that, yeah.
there's a book that was written, I believe, in like 2015, um, that that she had lied, and that wasn't true. That she, in fact, had made it up. That she had made it up.
And I wonder, like, do you think that she was just like, wow, it's been weighing heavy on my heart. I think I should share this with the world, the thing
Yes,
I did.
yes.
Or did someone make her?
Oh.
Did someone force her to tell the truth?
So,
That's my.
the writer that she spoke to, the author of a book called, I believe, like The Blood of Emmett Till. Um, so Carolyn Donham's daughter-in-law gave her that book, like The Blood of Emmett Till. Like, and then
and
she
she was like, I
decided,
feel bad.
and then she decided to talk to the author and admitted that the things that she said were not factual. And, a lot of people, were really mad, and I gotta be honest, like, part of me is like, we already knew she lied, y'all. We always knew she lied. Like, who are you trying to fool? Just because she finally admitted it doesn't mean shit. Sim.
My mama, I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment where I'm about to disagree with you. Who knew that I would not be cynical today?
Let's hear
Because I agreed with you this morning. But check out this slightly different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It's not justice. This lady admitting what she did, like, decades and decades and decades and decades and decades and decades after, like 50 years later, her admitting the truth, it's not justice for Emmett Till. Not justice for Emmett Till.
No.
It's not justice for Emmett Till's family. It doesn't make anything better for them. Nothing is made whole for them. The harm that they received is forever and ever. And she maybe could have done something right immediately, an apology right immediately, that would have been a step. But like, nothing she can do. But in the worldwide scale, I feel like undoing a lie. The United States runs on lies. It runs on gaslighting all of us. And you just said, you were so confident. You were like, we all knew it was a lie. Black people knew it was a lie.
Fair.
Black people believed it.
That's fair. That's fair. Now, I am gonna. A lot of people were calling for her to be prosecuted and jailed.
And I'm like, what's the point of that? The prosecution system isn't it? They call it a justice system. What justice does it bring?
So I want to share a quote from an Atlantic article written by Van R. Newkirk II. He's a senior editor at the Atlantic, and a black man. He writes, even if federal prosecutors brought the elderly woman to court, it is doubtful any of the potential outcomes would be proportionate to Donham's admitted role in inciting men to lynch a child in defense of her honor, or for her willing role as the lifeline for those men in court. Because she also testified that in court that they did that. They defended me because they weren't found not guilty because the court didn't believe they did it. They were found not guilty because they felt it was justified. There was never a question whether or not the incident happened. And that's really that's what I hate it. hate it.
the thing. Like, the Emmett Till case proves to us that the court system doesn't actually have results that actually tell us what really happened and what the truth is. In the United States, we have court systems that are there to help white supremacists make their lies be on paper and make us all have to live with their horrible lies. So I'm gonna argue that like her being awful was a step to justice,
Well,
because that quote you read.
now it is confirmed and known. So let's see what happens when we play this a little bit. Okay, so we've got this little cell guy who's a carnivore. We have to eat the meat. The meat is the
that is
red
the
thing.
meat?
So I'm moving the mouse towards the little meat. We're gonna eat it.
You're gonna swim and eat it?
I eat
This looks
meat.
so chill.
We eat meat. We eat meat because we're carnivores. And then if we eat enough meat, we'll get a little bit bigger. See?
Yeah, I see.
I don't.
Look at that. Look at that, you're evolving. Well, you're not evolving, you're just growing right
Just
now.
growing, 'cause that's what
You're
happens.
just growing. You're like
Let's see
eating
if I can
calories.
I can't eat the. I'm not made or built to.
You're
There, see? Boom.
like,
big.
you just did some mitosis. Did you just like fully do some mitosis?
No,
Is that what just
grew.
happened?
You just grew. Like we're.
That's how things grow. They grow through mitosis, right?
But these.
The mitosis of the cell?
Uh-oh, look at this. Other cells and meteor bits are key to finding new parts. So if we eat other things, or if we see these parts, we can collect them and then we can become more.
That's exactly how I work. Like, when I eat dried mangoes and delicious cheese chips, I unlock my secret inner powers. That's why I eat them all the time.
Look, it says
so
call a
delightful.
mate. Let's call a mate. Oh no, I'm gonna get eaten.
What? You can mate? Are you gonna mate?
Yeah, look, there they are. And now we can evolve. Hey.
This is an inappropriate game for me to be live streaming. I just showed you some live mating. This is so inappropriate. I know it's only cells, but still.
Look at this. They're fine. Calm down.
Okay, so is this what happens when your cells are mating? Is this what's going
Well,
on?
this is what happens when you're a single-celled organism and you mate. So we can go into paint mode and we can change the colors so we can make them like a little purple. And we can make polka
if you-
dots or stripes.
I'm a genius. Hey, audience, if you want to actually just see this, if you want to see it good, you can always go to Twitch. It's at Twitch/MayaMama.
Twitch.tv/MayaMama.
There's a link in my link tree, too.
Oh, there is, yes. And come on down. Oh. My screens went funny for a second. Okay, everything's fine. What was I saying?
Person.
Oh, right. We can put, some kind of texture looking
Ooh,
thing on them.
okay.
We can have, like, these little polka dots.
To make it. Ooh, I like that one. That looks cute. That's real cute. I love it. All right, this game is so adorable and cute and very chill. We're talking about such traumatic stuff.
We can name our species. We'll call them,
Can we call them the Tillians? We call them the Tillians. We were just in honor of Emmett Till. Can we call them the Tillians?
Tillian.
The subject matter of this conversation is highly traumatic, so I'm glad that you chose a game that is all about. It's about making life.
It's kind of beautiful. All right, so this is the color. Oh, oops! I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. But
That's all right.
But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna eat a little bit more.
Okay.
And maybe get a little bit bigger, and then we'll evolve.
Sweet.
Okay.
Well, while you're eating, do you want to tell me about the other? Because I'm finding the subject matter of this conversation compelling. The delayed justice. Because I'm thinking of what's that Martin Luther King Day? It's Martin Luther King did the quote, but he was quoting Niedenheimer or something, like some old German dude, and it was about how the arc of justice maybe long, or no, the arc of, shoot, what's that quote? Now I'm mad at myself. I can't remember it. It's about the arc of justice being long, or the arc of life being long, but it ends in justice, or it lands in justice.
I mean,
All right, I'm gonna look it up.
yes, please do. Please
Oh
do.
my god, this is so cute. Oh, so adorable.
It's a little.
Little purple squid guy.
But
It's
we
so
can change.
cute.
Now we can change. We can be like, I want you to have. I want your eyes not to have eyes anymore. Now you're blind forever. No. We're gonna change it to take these. Have eyes on the side. What if their eyes are behind them? Sorry. I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound nice. But they can stick out, and you can make them. You can make them down or up, or
The quote.
I like this
Do
little button eye.
So this is, well, the name of Maya's channel is Maya Mama, MAIAMAMA,
Yeah.
which is also her name here on the TikTok. And there's a link in my link tree. So if you there should be like a button that says Gaming4Justice for being able to go if you want to go straight there. The quote from Martin Luther King is, "We shall overcome because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice."
So, so I added little spikes. Oh, I echoed a little bit. Sorry. I added spikes because our Tillian creature needs to be able to defend themselves, and we can.
Oh,
So we
against
can,
other predators.
yes,
Yes.
we can like make it little. They're still
It's like,
and we could like put them in
it's
the back,
very cute.
put them in the back like that, or put them in the front, so they're like more tusky like. I don't know.
That's very cute. I love it.
Okay, and then I want the eyes like right there.
So I've been thinking a lot, Maya, about how I was raised thinking that I was living in a place that had been like slavery was bad and the past was bad, and then we have a civil rights movement, and that was like, oh, it's hard, but we're working it through. And then we were like, and now we've worked that out. We won't be jerks anymore. We'll be a good society. Like, some things are still a little racist, which is why we have to have, educational committees and stuff, And like the entire point was, all you have to do is just, work within all of the systems as they exist to help them to be less racist. And I
Yes.
feel like it was a long con.
Well, we were always taught that if you followed the rules, then everything would turn out right if you followed the rules, and that people who it didn't turn out well for, it's because they didn't follow the rules.
Impression that all these men were winning and succeeding because they had followed the rules better than everyone else. Not that they had written rules we could never win, and then they would just break. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. What was another example of this delayed justice?
I was thinking, and here's the thing: is that in many ways, what happened with this woman? Her name is Carriel Horn. Um, and she was fired from the Buffalo Police Department in 2008. But
So a lady named Carolyn Horn was
no,
fired.
Carriel, like,
Carriol.
so it's like Carol, but it has an I, so Carriel.
So Carriol was she a cop?
Yes. So
Okay.
let me tell you this story. So she and her partner, a Gregory Kitakrowski, he they were doing the police officer thing when a male truck stopped them because a couple was fighting. They go to intervene, and they go into the house, which they should not have gone into the house, and that was unlawful anyway. But they go into the house, and the officer, Officer K, was rough and was choking the male um, that was in the house, and off and Carolyn Horn, sorry, Cariel Horn, stopped him and saved that person's life.
Wait a
And
second. Maybe not a cab. Maybe not a.
hold
Maya,
on,
Mom, are you telling me a not a cab
let me
story
finish
right
the
now?
story. Let me finish the story. Now she she got into some trouble for not listening to her superior, and she was accused of attacking him. She was then suspended for like a couple of days,
They
and
suspended her.
hold on, I'm not done. They suspended her for so they looked into both officers their uh, their conduct, and it was deemed that she had acted inappropriately.
Wait. What?
He had
What?
acted inappropriately. He had not, and that she had acted inappropriately and was given like a 4-day suspension. Now,
Wait.
hold
Okay.
on, hold
I'm.
on. No, no,
Wait.
no, no, no.
No.
You need to let me
Let me.
finish.
I just.
You gotta let me finish because it's even more. Because it's even more, and you can't even. Like you know how that saying is
I'm
like, oh
so
my
mad
god, I
right
literally
now
can't
for
even.
a lady cop. I
So
can't believe I'm
she,
mad for a lady cop, but I am.
so she,
Because you're doing good.
so she appealed that because that's bullshit. That
Yeah.
she got in trouble for that, and the conclusion of that, it took about 2 years, and just a few months shy of her full investment into her pension, they fired her.
Wait.
That was in 2008. That was in 2008, and she's been working. Like, I heard about this a long time ago. You have some weird filter on you with a hat.
No. The audience can make a filter go on me. I don't know how it works. It's a thing. I thought it was fun.
Oh, that's so
I'm
that's so
find a crown
strange.
for me. Get
That's
me
so
a crown.
strange. Oh,
So
I
wait a
like the
second.
crown. Yeah,
So,
do that.
so a couple is having a fight, and a male person's like, "This doesn't seem good. Let me go get help." So this male person flags down the cops.
Right.
One of the cops just goes ham, just is like, "Ah!" And it's like just gonna like physically attack this. Wait, no, they go into their house illegally, and then he's just gonna beat this man. And
Yeah.
then the lady cop is like, that's not our job. We're not supposed to be fully doing that. That would be wrong and violent and terrible. And then he attacked her physically?
She attacked him to stop him from
Oh, okay.
hurting them, and she saved the other guy's life
Yeah.
by
And she didn't attack him. She intervened
she
and had to
intervened.
physically subdue
Yes.
the violent, out of control police officer that was her partner.
Yes.
Okay. And then they investigated it and said it was her fault. She messed up and then fired her
Well,
right out
I
of
believe
pension.
what happened is that, well, first off, they were like, "Hey, um, you are in trouble, and we're only going to give you 4 days off, or 4 days. We're going to suspend you for 4 days, and then you can come back to work. And as long as you pretend like everything is fine, then it's fine." And she was like, "But everything is not fine." And so they're like, "Fine, you want us to investigate this? Then we will investigate it." And it's very weird and punitive what they've done, what they did to her.
It's this
But
weird thing of they don't want to get sued, so they have to make a narrative where actually the cops are always good and like they never make mistakes or hurt people.
correct.
I'm so mad on her behalf.
So that was 2008 when she was fired. So she lost her 20 years. She'd been a police officer for 19 years, just shy of
Oh my
her,
gosh, wait.
just
So
shy,
this is
just months shy of being able to collect her pension. So she lost her pension. But not only that, uh,
evil.
not only that, as a result of her, uh, them looking into the investigation, she made some statements about her former partner that he deemed to be defamatory to his
Okay.
character, and he sued her for $65,000, and he won.
He won. He won
Now here's the
because
thing.
of course
Now,
the
no, no,
police
no, 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 no,
knew
no. Now,
that
part of
she
the
did it
reason,
wrong,
part of
so
the
she must
reason,
have been
well,
lying.
part of the reason he won is that she didn't have any um, assistance. Like she was one. He won by default. He just won by he won. It was a judgment type of from default. But obviously she didn't really have the money.
He
But
won,
but but but,
Maya.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is why we say delay justice.
All right.
So in 2021, they a judicial review of those circumstances concluded that her dismissal was not justified, and she received back pay and her pension was restored. Not only that,
Seriously?
not only that, but in October 2020, Buffalo adopted Carriol's Law, which requires police to intervene if a fellow officer is using excessive force.
That had to be made a law.
That
That
had
had
to
to
be
be made
made
a
a law.
law. I'm
And
horrified.
yeah,
I'm horrified that we, the people, have to create laws that force the officers of the state to intervene when their fellow officers are just murdering us and beating us randomly. Oh my God. Oh my God.
yeah.
Oh my God. Muriel's Law.
Carriol's Law. Yeah, they named it after her. Well, she wrote it. She literally wrote the law. That's what she's been working on all these years. Is justice for herself, and
No.
she got and I think she got a kind of justice for herself, and it wasn't immediate. So I'm not saying that all delayed justice is
But
injustice, but
nah, though. I don't think, because it was like 20 years later, right?
uh,
Or how many years? How
like
many years?
15, 16, 17. It was
Yeah,
2000.
yeah.
It was 2008 when it
That's
happened.
I go, if you have to sit living with everybody
That's not
believing a
20.
lie for a decade, even if the truth is shown to be true and things are like they can't give her 17 years back.
No.
They can't give her what it would have been to live like
Yes.
without the pain of not having her pension, without the pain of feeling that the institution that she had dedicated 20 years of her life into would fully turn on her and destroy her life. But I guess ACAB, right?
I
Like, because
guess.
even when they have a decent person, they destroy them. Carriel was almost going to make me say maybe not ACAB, but like they ruined it.
Hmm. Also, just some. If we just want, I'm sorry to pour some bad news on, but after she got her pension um, restored, the police officer, who, by the way, if you look him up on Wikipedia, he is known for documented history of abuse of force against African Americans, which just makes me kind of happy that that is what he is known for. But he did spend time in. He was sent to jail for excessive force against a teenager. He slammed a teenager's head
I'm not
into a car.
for I'm not for punitive justice, but that doesn't make me mad. I'm not mad that dirty cop. Well, actually, it's not a dirty cop. It's just a cop.
He's
That
just a
cop doing the thing that all his cop friends wanted him to be doing, which is why they supported him. Wow. Well, that's a hard story you just shared.
No,
Yeah.
hold on, I'm not done. So I guess, and I'm not a lawyer, and so I don't totally fully understand. But from what I was looking up,
We're just
um,
regular people talking
the
while playing.
judgment. So the judgment of the $65,000, she had only paid part of it because she didn't have any freaking money. And and after a certain number of years, I believe his claim to get that 65,000 was going to go away, and he decided to renew the judgment of slander. And I'm like, yeah. So he
That's
decided to,
ballsy.
for
That's
another 10 years, to
ballsy.
give him another. So he is allowed to.
Even after he's been jailed for
Yeah.
excessive
This was a
violence.
different. This had nothing to do with
But
that.
but but
Apparently.
but okay, so she's like, this cop is doing excessive violence. We're cops together. He's doing excessive violence and hurting the people that we're supposed to be serving. And they're like, you're fired. Don't talk bad about our cops. We're going to keep him on for another 20 years. He's going to sue you. But then, 17 years later, we will be like, you know what? Actually, though, he was hurting all the people. Oh, 7 years? Okay. And then they jail him.
But it was
Just,
like, and the thing is that the 4 months that he spent in federal prison, where he used the excessive force, was in 2009, 1 year after Carriel Horn was fired from the police force. So that's
wow.
interesting.
And
Just
I'm
like
like,
the next year, he was put into prison for that exact thing. And I mean, I remember I was following this stuff when it happened, and yeah.
I feel like real justice, like restorative justice, takes time. You need time to, like, because that's a conversation I often have with folks where they're like, we had a fight, restorative justice session real quick. And I'm like, you can't do it real quick. And also, probably one session might not help you resolve all the issues. You need to have people have conversations. I feel like the punitive justice system cannot create justice. It can only create, possibly, maybe a little, it can hurt other people. It can hurt, so it can be punitive.
Yes. But is that justice? Is that... We're going to eat this little living creature, if I can get it.
Okay, go ahead.
Catch it.
Do it.
And I evolved, and now we have, like...
Eat and grow.
Come on. I just want to...
Come on, Tillerton.
Come on.
Wait, what's his name?
His name's Tiller.
Tiller.
That's the species name. Oh, wow. Look at that. We just... Ah, run!
Run! Run! Run!
But we can get him. Let's attack him. No.
Okay. Oh, wow. Look at you. You little person, little spore. This game's called Spore?
Yeah. And now I'm going to eat him.
I 100% want to play this game. This is a hoot.
And if you... Each time you eat food, you earn little points so that
Now,
you can evolve. And now I can...
I'm wondering, how
he's
big
bigger.
can you grow?
He's running away.
Like, can you grow big enough to go on land? Like, can you evolve like
that's
legs?
the whole point. You can evolve into a technologically advanced society, and you get to decide how that society grows and evolves, and whether they're violent or whether they're peaceful. Oh, that's a scary guy. We don't want to mess with people that are that big. Now we have 9 of those cell points if we want them. If I'm gonna use them. We're gonna hunt around for food.
Amazing, Mama. That's cool.
Hey buddy, let's get this guy.
Then do it. Do it. Get him. Get him.
So this is like this area is where a lot of the plant eaters, that's where they can find their food. Look at them running away from me. You can't run away from me. Yum, 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 yum. Hey, that's my food. That's my food. Now I ate you. Oh, I got a body part from it.
Right? GTA?
What's that?
One of our audience members was saying that they had just played GTA, and I was like, GTA.
That's Grand Theft
I
Auto.
know what that game is. Yes. We should play Grand Theft Auto, and then we can have a game where we talk about the justice-based aspects of stealing. Stealing can often be an ethical and good thing. Now, in the context of that game, it's mostly misogyny and violence. Yes. But I think there might be some... And murder. There's lots of murder and violence. But I think there might be...
What's this? A jet. It's too expensive. We cannot afford this jet. It makes it faster.
What Maya Mama? Amazing Maya said we even worked a lesson about colonization and its harm with Spore. That is so interesting.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, we
all
can.
right, Maya Mama, are we going to play this game more? Are we going to get to play this game again in the future? Because like this
Yeah.
is interesting.
On Planet Justice. Hold on, let me see if I can. Okay, that's good. It's got the three eyes. I
It's
wish.
got three eyes.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Oh,
to eat more meat so that we can. Although we might get so big that we can't even. That it might just end up being a useless product. I'm gonna eat these guys.
okay. Okay. This is reminding me there was a game I played where you were just like a little guy. You would just like try to eat all the other little guys, but then there'd be big guys who would try to eat you too, and you'd play it with everyone.
Oh.
And it was, and like your daughter introduced me to this game. This is how I get introduced to most video games, sitting around with kids. And the kids show me games. Well, nowadays I get introduced to video games by Gaming4Justice. So this is a great game for kids. I'm so curious about a conversation about colonialism with this game. That's so neat.
Well, because yeah, how are you going to build your people's countries? Are they going to be peaceful? Are they like what kind of folks? Wow, look at that.
You should totally stream Oregon Trail. That is a really good idea. At some point, I am going to figure out how to stream properly on here because,
Well, I can show you.
oh my God, Maya Mama,
Yeah.
I just had an idea.
What?
Can I? Okay. This has nothing to do with. Well, this has to do with Gaming4Justice. I just had an idea. Okay, so TikTok will allow me to stream my phone. What if you shared your screen? No, wait. What? What if? What
Oh,
if
he's poisoned.
I?
Oh, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. Sorry. Go ahead.
Run!
Go ahead.
Run!
I
No,
didn't
you're gonna
realize. I didn't
do
realize
it.
his tail
Get
was
out of here.
poison, and so now I'm trying to run away.
Yeah, run
I want to
away.
eat these guys up.
Escape.
I'm so close to having enough.
Good look at that. Did you? How you doing? Are you safe now?
Yeah, I'm just. Oh, there's another body.
So this is my idea. I'm thinking I'm going to experiment with this sometime this week, Maya Mama. I'm thinking there might be a way for me to have Twitch on, like, just pull it up on the desk on the Safari on my cell phone, and then oh no, what it does though I found that it shares full screen, not half screen. All right, I'm gonna keep working on it. Sorry.
That's all good.
I'm,
Look at this. Okay, I almost have enough. There's almost
you're now
enough.
bigger, so it's more legible. We can kind of see your little guy.
Okay, it's just a little guy. But here's the cell. Look, there's a little buddy. We're the same.
Uh,
Hey, look. Ah, no! Oh, he bit me. No, he's gonna kill me.
no, you know it's the circle of life, and it eats us
Oh, he's
all.
chasing after me. He's chasing after me.
Herbivores and carnivores
He's chasing after me. So
in this game called Spore. You can choose to force religion or ban it, and all sorts of great speaking topics.
Uh-huh.
This is a very interesting game. I had no idea. Very excited to maybe play this.
Oh yeah, I like Spore a lot.
Um,
I bought it many years
uh,
ago, and I don't play it.
Mama, I know that we usually end our game at 5, but did you share all of your justice-based ideas and things that you wanted to talk about today?
I
I
actually
think
did.
you're not leaving. You did?
I did. I was going to say, should we can put these fast cilia on to make them faster, or we can put,
Fast and Furious.
or we
Yeah,
can put
Fast
this
and
little
Furious is bad boy.
jetpack. Vroom, vroom. Make them fast. It's super speed, or this is fast turns in speed. As far as how we are evolving, we can also put a poison spitter on or an electrocute. And this is not all of these things are going to carry over when they go back on land, but they do carry, they will carry over in some of that.
reminding me of the conversation we had yesterday.
Here's
I was
something.
like,
Now we
I have
can
to
add
introduce you to my
if we
friend,
add a
like a bird.
if we add proboscis, then we can eat plants.
Then do it. Add a proboscis. I don't know. I don't understand why you don't have a proboscis.
Because because we started out as a carnivore, and now we have evolved
To be an omnivore.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just trying to figure
That's
out.
awesome. I like our audience in TikTok. I like what they're saying to us. They're talking about becoming open-minded and just growing, and I agree. I feel like the United States spends all this time in high school really getting everybody to be real confused and to not actually know what's going on, and then we spend the rest of our lives finding out what's real.
I like that. That's interesting. I was gonna change the color of our person.
You are okay.
I just thought, let's see what else we got here.
What are your options?
Um,
Can you make it yellow, of like a bright yellow?
let's see.
This is why you unschool your kids. Yes, amazing mama. Heck yes. You know, my mom unschooled me. I can't tell you how many times. Now I'm talking to Maya mama. Maya mama, I can't tell you how many times our mom would be like, what'd you learn in school? And she'd be like, oh, that's wrong. That's a lie. That's a racist lie.
That's true. Okay, now we're bright yellow, and we also eat plants.
Ooh, all right, we're bright yellow. I prefer us bright yellow. We're easier to see. That was a good choice.
But we can eat. Oopsie, eat this plant. What are you doing? Eat this plant. Can you eat it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. And now we're just gonna keep eating
Okay.
and growing and living. There's some more. Maybe we can. Let's attack this guy.
Maya mama, the thing that I like about your show is that we talk about horrible things, but then look at this. This little guy eating vegetables, growing larger, so that we can evolve.
Oh, he shot me. He killed. Oh, no. I'm dead.
Die?
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. I'm back to life. It's about
Okay.
it's about species growth, not character.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Hey, this guy tried to kill me. I'm gonna try.
Hey, Comrade Christina. Hello. Should I invite... No, I shouldn't, because this is Gaming4Justice. I keep wanting to invite someone just to chat with us, but that'll disturb your game.
Well, that would.
Because you wouldn't be able to... I don't think you could be able to talk to them well. I think the thing we're doing is complicated enough with the Twitch and the Discord and the TikTok.
Oh no, I killed him. It's
Ooh, dang.
You know, there.
Do it.
But now we're bigger. And it's
So,
harder because it's like a big fish.
so you're playing as one person. Do you play as once you're? Well, no, we'll play this again. Hey, hi, yet, hello, Froggy.
Well, it's easier to get food if you're an omnivore. I'll tell you that much. I know that from experience.
I so want to play this game.
No, this guy is scary, and I don't want nothing to do with him.
Alright, Maya Mama, I am going to invite Chaos into our lives, only because it's 5 o'clock, which is when we usually close the show, so if this makes chaos, we've already, done the main show.
That's true. And actually, yeah, that'll be fine.
I'm inviting... Alright, I've invited Ziat to join via voice. You should be able to hear her, and we'll see if this is chaos.
I got him. Oh no, he's trying to eat me. There you go.
Maya Mama, can you hear Ziat?
Hello.
Hi.
Look at us using technology. This is so dumb. I love it.
I'm so honored to be in this. Wow. I love bringing chaos, so it's exciting.
So we were having a conversation about how delayed justice is not. Well, we were trying to figure out, is delayed justice, is that really justice, or what is that?
Yeah, like I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. I don't know if it is or it is not. Sometimes it feels like it is. The fact that we have Carrie All's law is it's sad that we had that has to be a law, that has to exist, that cops are legally bound to stop unlawful things from happening, even if it's them doing it. But also, she was further inspired by what happened to George Floyd, and that further inspired her. And so, I mean, I gotta say, I hate that, like, trauma, our racial trauma has to, like inspires such great change and can inspire justice, but it just sucks that it has to happen because, yeah, I don't like it.
I feel like white, I don't know if it's supremacy culture. I think it is, and it's not just human communities generally, is so reactive. Like, we are not being proactive with things like pandemic planning and everything, literally everything. And I'm trying to think about whether that is of to be so individualist that when it comes time to reacting as a community, that have trauma or tragedy that like catalyzes that.
I think that's a bit of it.
That is a bit of it. I'm also making my alien look funny, so sorry, pardon me.
Your alien is looking very cool.
Or a cell. It's not an
Cool,
alien,
weird
it's a cell.
alien cell. I love it. Yeah.
What are you playing?
This game is called Spore, and you apparently, I love our audience because Amazing Mama was actually telling me all about it, where this, you can evolve this one cell all the way into a living person, and then into a civilization, and then apparently you might go to space.
Yes.
So this can be like a nice, and also like this is kind of a
Something's happening. My brain. I have a brain.
You have a brain?
We're on the path to sentience. I have a brain.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
And that power is coming from your ability to gather resources.
And cooperate with other cells like me. But now we can evolve.
I think that there are so many things in society that interrupt and prevent our ability to operate cooperatively. And one of those things is literally being inside other institutions, where like their cultures are toxic and competitive, and they're teaching us all the wrong. Like even like school. We started this conversation talking a little bit about school. What does school teach you to do? Teaches you to compete. And what did group projects teach me? Group projects taught me there'll always be one racist, lazy white man on your team that takes all the credit and does no labor. And if you don't decide exactly what you want that project to be and just do it yourself, you might get a bad grade.
I feel like people also taught me how to like BS, like kind of like AP called IB, International Baccalaureate at high school, and so that they didn't have AP. Everybody who wanted to be in some sort of like advanced or gifted program ended up doing this, and so it was kind of this community of people, and we used to call it IBS, which I realized like a separate thing, but like we there was this extended essay and all these like mini essays as part of the program. It was weirdly intense, and like all of those essays, we were all just kind of making stuff up, and we were like the people who could make the best stuff up and like make it sound the most convincing, even though most of it was like frankly fluff. And I noticed, because I also edited a lot of people's essays because I was trying to be popular and I had writing skills, I like remember we were just BSing, and we used to joke about it all the time. Like, what are we actually learning? Like, yes, there's some content, but we're just like, I actually feel like that ability to BS is something that I carried through college and I carry now, and I lost it for a little bit, but then I started BSing again, like kind of lying a little bit about my ability to do things, faking it till I make it. And like it's I feel like the lying and the marketing, and I think marketing is just lying. Sorry to anyone who likes marketing, but like the selling is like such a thing that we are indoctrinated to do for like since before high school.
And I feel like I've been sold a lot of things, and as the years pass, I'm learning to buy less and less of it, so that's useful. I was also taught, as you were trained, as you were, to be a salesperson on behalf of supremacy culture, on behalf of capitalism. But here's the thing. I think we get to take all of our awesome skill sets and sell something different. Today we're selling anti-capitalist justice making that's also a part of pleasure activism. Play a video game and have a chill conversation, but also exit with having your consciousness raised and have more facts. Maya Mama, your show continues to be super fun. What is happening with this game?
Well, Tillian has evolved to leave the water, and
Oh my god.
we have to figure out what kind of legs and whatnot.
He's named after Emmett Till.
I see.
And
Claudia, would you mind doing pleasure activism for me? Or
Sure, yes. So, pleasure activism, I would highly recommend the book by Adrienne Marie Brown, Pleasure Activism. And it's the concept that our social justice work can be joyful, and also all human beings, as a piece of justice, deserve to have pleasure. So if you're like, you deserve to be at rest and to have a body that feels good. You deserve to have the foods that you need to eat that feel good. But also, if you're poor and you're like getting subsidies, you deserve to be able to buy yourself something that tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Pleasure activism argues that this should feel good, that the revolution should feel good, and if it doesn't feel good, we're possibly accidentally reenacting supremacy culture.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was a pretty messy off the top of the dome definition, so I highly recommend y'all Google and check out Adrienne Marie Brown's book. Oh, and Leah Lakshmi Piepsa Samansara, she has some really good stuff on pleasure activism as well.
there we go.
I heard. I love her work.
Have you read Care Work?
Yes.
Yeah. It's such a lovely collection of ideas. Whoa, okay. Let's not drop my computer. Okay.
Yeah, don't
Her work, but I have read a good amount of it.
So-
The way that she thinks about things and just like she's just such a good writer.
Yeah. Well, Maya Mama, I am glad that we were able to test out that we can have multiple voices on here, huh? But also, if you ever want to join as a guest for Gaming4Justice, you can also just join us in the Discord, which can be a little easier to join my voice. This is fun, though. I can't believe this worked.
I'm just cheating real quick because you know why?
You're cheating.
It's for
Wait,
fun.
are you in the code? Are you doing cheat codes?
Yeah.
So that you can, like, make your civilization go faster?
No. No. I don't even. That wouldn't be fun. No, this is just so that I have all the DNA points that I want, so I can make this creature.
That's still because the point of this game is that you grind you get your grinding, you get your points, and then you get to evolve. What you're doing is you're using a.
The point of this game is for me to have fun and enjoy myself. And
All right,
I am going to keep doing that.
I'm about to make a point about colonialism. I believe that the European societies, what they did was your move. They did a cheat code. Instead of having to grind over the years to figure out how to live in right relationship with their land. Because they were busy living in bad relationship with their land, ruining it, murdering each other, and instead of fixing themselves and working their shit out, they just got into boats, came to visit us, and ruined our lives for generations. But that's why you've got these gigantic societies. They cheat coded. They were like, oh, we'll just take all your stuff, all your resources, and like how you do things. Like that's how you run a society, Iroquois? Thank you. We'll take that and make it more racist.
I like having fun and making sure like all of my game characters and stuff are having a good time, and I just want to have a good time. So I'm not playing. Like my purpose for playing a game has never been to win. And that's where it differs. That's where my path differs. Because I don't care about winning. I'm just having a good time.
Our little guy is so cute. I love it. I mean, I'm saying I liked him when he was purple, but I don't mind him when he's yellow. It's okay. Are you gonna give him one gigantic eye?
No, he's got 3 eyes. And we're just gonna...
Three eyes. That's awesome.
So he's had 3 eyes for a while, but we're just gonna like figure
I
out
heard you.
which way they're gonna point. Go close.
Amazing Mama says she wants to make a little flip book of all of the little creatures that her kids have invented.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
And all of your creatures that you make throughout can interact. Oh, cool! That is interesting.
I hope they'll be friends. I hope they'll be friends.
I'm so interested in a game where there are consequences that last generationally. I go, this teaches me better lessons than a game that gives me the idea that you win a battle and that's the end of the story.
Yeah, I used to love Civilization. Anyone ever played that?
Oh, I love Civilization 8. That was a really fun game.
I haven't invested. I need to get there.
What is it? What is Civilizations? How does it work?
You start out with, I believe, some supplies and one like building basically, and some people, and you essentially like build a civilization. You build more like a community, and you kind of get people doing labor, and then you start trading with other like civilizations, and then there's optimized for being like more of a scientific, militaristic civilization. I always go for scientific.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you can be more agrarian and like grow lots of foods and things like that, trade food. And yeah, it just depends on like where your priorities are as a civilization. And
that sounds fun.
I can't remember if it's Civilization or Age of Empires, but if you type in tuck, then you actually get a monster truck, which is not a normal thing in the game, but it's like a cheat code. And ever since I found that out, it's basically ruined the game for me. So I'm so sorry.
Because you're like, do you just keep adding monster trucks because you can?
Well, because people attack me, and I'm just like, this isn't fair. I wasn't attacking you, and like I was being, and I have a monster truck.
it's actually really rude of them.
It's more just a response.
Yeah, I feel like, if you can, again, you want to try to have restorative justice, even if it isn't coded into the native gameplay. So, don't cheat code a monster truck to beat your enemies. Learn the code of your enemies and recode them to become your tribe.
That was good.
Especially when I don't really know the game. I was proud of myself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed.
I was not expecting to be a part of it.
Yeah, this is fun. Well, Maya Mama, the truth is, though, I am running out of spoons, and I might need to wrap myself in ice packs and lie down for a while. But just thank you so much for showing me this Spore game, though, and also like having the idea to have this particular conversation on this topic was very interesting.
I think so too. Okay.
That is a horrifying monster. Just saying.
This is not a monster. Just because it looks different, this is how they evolved.
You're right.
This is how a Tillian evolves.
And if I was a Tillian, I'd be like looking good.
Yeah, you'd be like, wow, I mean, very nice looking. Very cute. Let's make you all purple again.
I like is that a nose? Oh, purple, yes.
And it's got.
Oh, cute.
That's great.
And
Oh
I
my
gave
God.
it some extra little weird parts so that it has it can jump and sneak, and it has good eyesight, and it has a charge attack and a bite attack.
Are those?
And it can sing, and it's at a level 1 speed. I think I can add. Will that change it? No, that doesn't change anything. So, but that's it. That's
Awesome.
little purple Tillian with 3 eyes. Similar, and it's got a long tail. For reasons. Let's do this, and then we're gonna save it, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
I will say words and play music.
The audience, our guest today, Frog Titty. I just realized I've been saying Froggity because I was like, what's Froggity? It's Frog Titty. Those are 2 words. Is a great content creator, and you should follow their account, sharing all sorts of awesome things. I don't know if you are still complaining about the racism in Avatar, but I was enjoying that for so long. It was so good.
Well, and I did not feel the urge to stop, but eventually I did. But it'll probably come back. They're making another Avatar movie.
Yeah, that sounds like hell on earth. I will say,
Dancing with Blue Wolves too? Okay.
Dancing.
Okay.
I also, it hurts to say the word Avatar. For me. It's just not how I say it.
Well, that's because we're not saying your word. We're saying a weird American word that does not actually mean what the original. It's cultural appropriation. We took your sweater, stretched it out, and now you can't ever wear it again. America.
That's not true. I can take that sweater back and soak it and make it fit me. Make it fit me again. Make
Just
it
to
fit me again. 2024.
I'm telling you, just to repeat the entire point of this entire show that we did today, justice delayed sometimes means that justice cannot be fully served. If I take your sweater and I stretch it out and ruin it for years and years, and then I return it to you to be like, I took your sweater, but I'm returning it to you. Am I?
Yeah.
Well, that's
like
sort of like a thesis. Oh my God, Theseus' ship. Were you thinking Theseus' ship too?
Yes, did we just do that?
Oh my God, we did. Yeah, I was like, it's like Theseus' ship because because I will say that I have acquired clothing from exes, and that clothing becomes mine. And if I give it back, it's not just all of a sudden theirs again. It just isn't, because it has been altered and changed. Especially if it is a hat. because I have a
And
lot of
that's
hair.
what colonialism has done to all of us.
Because it's like, here, you can have this back. And you're like, yeah, but it, like, looks like shit now. Sorry.
Perhaps too.
Hmm? Mm-hmm. All right, Maya Mama, you let me know when you're going to hit into the show.
I'm just going to read this last little thing, and then we're going to save it. It says, it is the beginning of a new day, and for you, a whole new strange and wondrous world. Air fills your lungs as you stretch into your limbs in your new home, dry land. The race to evolve has begun. And now, it says welcome, and you're going to earn DNA by doing things. And now we are going, and we have goals that tell us what to do. And then we can decide to make friends and all sorts of stuff. So we're going to save. The game on Planet Justice is saved. I kind of like that. And that's going to be that. And then I quit it. Oops, wrong one. I'm going to get this thing. I'll get this whole thing right someday. And then I usually, like, I get ready, and then I'm like, I play some music, and everybody can hear it on the stream. They cannot hear it on TikTok. And I said,